button. Is it working?
There we go.
I'm live. I don't know how we're live. I've got to find me on here. I don't even know if anybody's there.
It doesn't look like anyone's here yet. It usually takes a little bit.
Good, because I don't... Oh, yeah, there we are. What's up? Oh, my gosh. That way... So I can get... know what's up if the chat starts. That's important. Also, so we don't have some background noise, I'll turn off my computer volume. All right. So, I guess first while we're chilling here, what do you have going on this week?
Oh, good Lord. I know tomorrow I'm going to go live around 7 o'clock-ish our time. And I know Matthew and Juliana wants to join me, and I think King Bob, who just showed up, hey Bobbert, is going to show up, and we're going to go through comics tomorrow night around, again, 7 Central Time. Homespun Happy Hour on Monday. I don't think we have any guest plan, and I don't know what the trivia is yet. Other than that, that's about it for me.
I have no plans per normal. We're just hanging out. Hey, everybody entering. This was spontaneous because I just want to see if I knew how to use live stream or Streamyard or whatever it is, live things. And Caitlyn was like, I'll hang out. So here we are.
Pretty much.
So no one feel left out. I didn't even know that this would work today, but I have a huge box of comics to open. So that'll be exciting.
I wish it was my full-time job.
No crud, right? Like, that's way cool. What's up, peanut butter? What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, people are finding
Ezra.
us unannounced, and we're getting love. That's so cool.
Well, it's probably everyone's lunch break. They were like, I'm bored. Let's see who's
left. Oh, wait. Look back here. You see?
Oh, I got Place of Pride. Yay.
Right? You're like above the chomps. You got like super chomp spot. Which, mind you, that was actually kind of hard to do because, like, you know, the boxes, they don't really match, obviously, the size of the pops.
Yeah.
So I was, like, trying to squish them all to where maybe nothing would, like, topple over with the new comp edition, but it works.
The ones behind me here, some of them are in, like, actual Funko hard cases or hard stacks, and some of them are, like, the cheap kind I got off Amazon. You can kind of see Crypto's kind of, like, hanging off the edge there because they're not the exact same size as all of them. So
no, that's a thing. Yeah, like, the different protectors, most of mine I try to get protectors, not all of them are, but, like, yeah, it's a little wonky. Like, right above yours, I don't know if you can tell, they're kind of like this.
A little, yeah. Now that you pointed it out, yeah.
Yeah. Hope everybody survives. Bobber, you're always welcome. Like I said, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay?
Yeah, if you want on, I'll send you the link, Bobbert.
Caitlyn will
just let me know.
Get you hooked up. I don't know how to do all that. I'm not that cool. Definitely. What is up, Sick One Manny? Hey. We're growing. People are finding us. Very cool. But no, this turned out pretty sick, lady. I was legit impressed. I was like, dang.
I was kind of nervous doing it because it's such a different shape than what Poison Ivy usually is. So Cherie and I were messaging and bouncing ideas off each other the entire time while I'm doing it.
Well, no, I get that because you're like, this is so not the normal vibe.
Yeah.
You know, but I think you did a great job because immediately I was like, red hair, green skin, vines, like, what am I trying to say? Like, I don't know. It's like a simple way to make it totally effective. Like, it works. It gets the message across, if that makes any sense. You know, and you didn't even have to add any long legs or boobs or anything. It just fit. It was perfect.
I may do. Hey, Jaylee.
Lady Chomp vibes. There you go. Why not? No, I think it's cool. Like, honestly, when I got it, I was like, dang, now I want a Chomp to customize. Like, honestly.
Apparently, the DIY ones are cheaper than the regular ones, like by $5 or something.
Yeah, I was looking on, like, because, again, I was like, wow, that sounds cool. I say that as if I ever have time to do stuff like this, but I'm like, that'd be cool. But I was, like, looking, I was like, oh, maybe I can find one. I was like, $50, maybe if I'm really dedicated. But I was like, that would be fun. That'd be a fun project. So I was pretty stoked. And I was like, as soon as it opened, I was like, dang, James, send me a chomp. What's up? And then obviously with you sending it, I was like, it's been customized. What is it? But I actually haven't, obviously we don't have any of the customizable ones yet. So I was like, that was kind of cool in general. But it's a win. Right. Hello, Clarissa. What is up?
Hey.
Why are you in the hospital? What is happening?
His grandma's in the hospital. He's been staying with her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, love and blessings, all those things out your granny's way. I hope she's doing better. Oh my gosh.
He said, I think it's like a hip replacement or something. They said she got through the surgery okay.
Good. So hopefully she gets to go home soon or do some rehab and then get home. So she gets super strong and sturdy. But man, that's stressful.
Yeah. I had a cousin who had to have both his
drinks. Sneak them in, make them taste better. My family would totally do that.
I had a cousin who had to have both of his knees replaced. So he had to do one right after the other. That was a bitch.
Probably. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've known people do a lot of different stuff. But I remember, like, I don't know, my family's weird. We'd always like sneaking outside food if we could, or like when my grandfather was gonna pass, my family, being my family, actually snuck in beer, and we had it in the hospice wing, and everybody like had, you know, like a cheers to you in your life, and we're just drinking beers. Somebody even spilt one. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be banned from this hospital. But you know, whatever, you make the best out of any situation. Have fun with family while you can, you know.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to just open this because it's freaking huge. And guys, if you're wondering what this is, I got a hold of Comic Book Poser and was like, dude, I need you to hook me up with some comics, but I wanted it to be a mystery. So I straight up was like, let's come up with a affordable amount to where I'm not breaking my bank, that I can just send you some money. And then you send me some mystery comic vibes, because I was like, I like indie and I love DC. I was like, go. So I have no clue what's in this other than I'm assuming some indie and maybe DC.
Yeah.
That's all I know. So we ended up settling on with shipping. I think it was like $45. Now, mind you, I have sat on this at least a month, which has been horrible because I had no idea how to do a live. And I was like, let's do a live. And I was like, I don't even know how to do one. So he's got family stuff though today, so we may pop in at some point, say hey, but I was like, dude, whatever you got to do, because I don't even know that I'll be able to go live. So anyway, we're making this happen. Good afternoon. Hey, what's up, y'all? Coming in. Thank y'all for joining us. All right, let me open this. And this is heavy. Sweet Lord. I'm like, how many comics equals something being this heavy? Like,
it's hard. Comic books pile up quick and they get heavy fast. It's amazing.
I was like, no, seriously, it's wild though. I was like, how much does this weigh? Does it even tell me on here? Now I'm just like curious.
I broke one of my long boxes last week when I was trying to straighten up after the live, so I'm gonna have to duct tape it.
Oh my gosh, girl. That's wild.
I'm gonna have to redneck it.
I mean, I do that with everything. I call it ghetto rigging, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do pretty much everything. And I'm like, it works, it's fine. May not be as sturdy as it should be, but whatever. Ooh,
gets the job done.
Do I have a card? Do I have stickers? I don't know what's happening here. Let's see. What is up? Let those comics breathe. I know
Suffocating for a month.
I don't like sitting on boxes. I really don't. So like, it's always kind of like, it's just been staring at me. Same thing. I got a box from Teresa Newell and I was like, I got to figure out, do I want to try live? If I'm even smart to figure that out, do I want to do a video? So it has been staring at me, judging me for not opening it. For that one, not as long as this one, thank God, but it has been. We got our Poser postcard, businessy vibes. Ooh, nice. There is a note. It says, last, I hope you found something to fall in love with, Poser. I am super excited. So, side note, for those that don't know, I enjoy comics. I loved them when I was like a kid. Like, I remember probably being in like, I don't know, 5th, 6th grade, something like that, maybe even 4th grade. My brother had tons of comics. And so when he was out, because he was older than me, when he was out of the house, I would sneak in his room and read them. So he wouldn't yell at me and get mad at me. And then I'd like put them back and run away, kind of a thing. So I used to read his. So I didn't really buy many because he had tons of them. But I remember one of my first comics I loved, which you saw, I just recently picked up the Betty and Veronica with the Red Sonja and Vampirilla, if I can even think. But one of the first books that I remember reading was the Archie books. So I was like, that's just nostalgic right there, because I loved them when I was little. I thought they were great, enjoyed reading them. But anyway,
Yeah,
I hadn't really
classic.
collected comics in like years, and I was like, but I enjoy them. And then my husband actually got one when he was going to propose to me. It was the Batman proposing to Catwoman, where it says, "Will you marry me?"
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, what's funny about it is he actually forgot he bought it, so he gave it to me after the fact. So we were already engaged. I don't know. We maybe had already been married before he found it and was like, "Oh yeah, hey, I bought this for you. Hey, Jeremy." But anyway, that was kind of starting back into it, and then I've gotten a little here and there. But anyway, obviously,
this is a jump start.
Growing very much. And I know you're a comic book lover, Caitlyn.
Yeah, I started around probably 7th grade for me, middle school. I've been collecting comics longer than I've been collecting anything else.
Well, I remember I was resistant to read because I'm so like, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like sitting there reading a novel or something was not my brain by any means. So when I was younger, the fact I could like enjoy these quick stories, it was fun. So I think it just helped me read a little more. My daughter does that too. She's into like the Dogman series and like, you know, like the little books like that they love, because it's that same like brain where they get the art, they get a quick story. ADHD people.
Over and done with. Yeah. I've always had reading issues, so it was perfect for me. I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you know? I always think, I don't know for sure, because I think I've always compensated. I swear I'm slightly dyslexic, but it could just be my brain going too fast. I don't know. But now the other thing is I love like poems too, because I can read a poetry book in a day. But like a novel, my brain's just like after a while and I have to switch around. But got some dope stickers.
I love his logo.
I know, he's so cool. I love
it.
Posey. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can see that one. Light, maybe. Ooh,
there you go.
There we go. Hand block for the win. Oh my gosh, I just threw it. Ooh, so this is like. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is like sectioned off.
Hey, Top of the Pops.
So I've got, what is up, Top of Pops? Yo, yo, yo. I got like individual packages. So it's like super mystery vibes. So we'll just go with, they're numbered. Ooh. Oh my gosh. There's like little key phrases. I'm excited. It's like I don't know. Okay. So horror number 1. Dang. Ooh. What do you think? And by the way, I think it's funny. Like, I'm such a big, I don't know, wussy when it comes to horror, but I actually enjoy some horror, especially psychological or like thrillers.
Yes, same.
Things like that. I'm not into like straight up gore where it's just like crazy violence for no reason and blood everywhere. But I do love a good dark story that has like good purpose or meaning or like understandable, if that makes sense. Like even in animes, I can enjoy some dark stories if there's some like real, I don't know, like even like a psych element that makes sense to me in it, you know, or even core values in it. Like some stories are crazy dark, but they speak to family and good things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not just there to scare you. It's there to actually like entertain you beyond that.
Yes, it's entertainment and it's interesting and like, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. I'm the same way.
Like thrillers, like I enjoyed, I don't know if you remember this movie. It's old, but do you remember the show like Kiss the Girls? That was one I really liked a long time ago where he's like kidnapping women. Do you remember it? Did you watch it? I know you haven't seen a lot. I felt that was coming, but that was one that wasn't like scary. It was like kind of psychological and like why he was doing it, kind of a vibe. I thought that was like a cool thing. Okay, I opened it 12 years later. Oh my God, there's so many. Oh, I'm really excited right now. Oh my gosh. Look at this stack, dang. And I'm like barely like first part of the box. All right, let's see what's up. Oh, this looks cool. Side note, I like vampires. So instantly, Midnight Western Theater. So that's just like.
That's cool.
I may need to like move my ooh. Let's see if that helps. That help with the glare?
Maybe. A little. There you go.
Whoop.
Tilt it that way.
Tilted. All the tilting. Anyway, that looks pretty cool. Let's keep it going. I like the art style too. It actually kind of makes me think of like Invincible. Ooh, that looks cool too. I Walk with Monsters. And you can tell me if you've read any of these because, and number one. These are number ones. It's even cooler. So I can actually
I need to
start
get back
these.
into more indie comics. It's been a while since I've read any. Hey, Pop Maniacs.
Hey, what's
Nadia.
up?
But that looks dope.
Right? And by the way, I'm a sucker for, even if I haven't read it yet, like same thing with like, I feel like animes and things too. If I enjoy the art, I'm willing to try it because I am like a sucker for cool artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
same.
Because I've bought a few things just because I was like, this cover is dope. So I just need it. And like, even if it's trash, I'll be happy because it looks amazing kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care. It looks cool. But these look pretty awesome so far. Oh, nice. I actually was really curious about this series. So this is like definitely a win. The Ice Cream Man. Have you seen these?
Oh, yes, I have. That looks awesome.
Right. Like this is one, I don't know a whole lot. I've seen a lot of people that have been into it. Like I've heard about it several occasions. But like this is one that I was like, this artwork is cool. Like straight up. And some of it's like also got like those dark vibes, you know what I mean? But like they do it in a really cool way. So I'm really interested in this. Oh, nice. So here's another one out of the same series. So this shows off kind of that same like dark vibe I'm talking about, which is so interesting because I think there's a good way to do a dark vibe with nostalgic kind of childish things. And then there's a way that's just like totally screwed.
There's nightmare fuel and then there's stuff you actually enjoy. And that's
yes, because I can't even remember what it is. There was like some YouTube channel somewhere that they were making like horror versions of all our childhood characters, and it was just too much. I was like, babe, you are ruining my whole life. I can't watch these, like, too much. But like, again, there's a line. There's definitely a line. Hey, Nadia, what's up? Ooh, isn't it cool? Yes, I totally dig these covers. All right. Oh my gosh, I see more of them coming up. This also is just beautiful. So this is issue 1 of Homesick Pilots. Look at that.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Right? Do you see the detail in the bushes?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like little skulls. That is just pretty.
That's freaking awesome.
Nice. All right, we got another one of these Dr. Seuss vibes looking really cool. Oh, nice. Another ice cream man.
Oh, that one's super nostalgic.
Right? These are just cool. Like, I feel like these, you almost just want to, like, hang up somewhere and, like, not even touch them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Although I really am curious to kind of look through them because I've never actually seen the actual book. I've only seen the covers on these. Right, same. Pops Maniac, which, by the way, me and Pops Maniac actually have a mystery box battle coming up. So that's, I think, going to be next Friday. We're dropping our mystery box battle videos, so stay tuned. And that also is going to have a giveaway. So just know that. Ooh, hold on. We got somebody coming in. Posey, what's up?
I'm driving.
Oh my God, man, this box is dope, and I'm only like 5 comics in.
Nice. I told you. I feel like I had a good thumb on you, so.
I mean, I really wasn't concerned. I more was like, holy crap, can I figure out Streamyard? And when can I get this box open?
We are opening yours this afternoon. You can see that Ainsley's passed out in the back, and I think Charlie's asleep as well. But
oh my God, they're so cute.
I was supposed to pick my wife and Toby up at her parents' house because we were returning a car to them because the engine on my car caught fire on Wednesday. And,
that's horrible. Like, how does that happen?
That's worse than a snake dying in mine.
Oh, yeah. That sounds about par for the course, though, because I know, Caitlyn, you and I aren't crazy too far from each other, and we'll get field mice in our cars if we park them out, not in the garage every now and then. So I can relate to that. But I think we have an afternoon of
country life right there.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't have. I feel like that's like where I grew up, not where I live now. But that was like definitely much more country than where I am now.
Yeah.
We get snakes here now, so it's still a possibility for me.
Oh my gosh, dude. These are like sick, man.
I really like Source Point Press. It's the Comic Burrito guys got me interested in them because when...
That's so cool.
Yeah.
They got basically canceled last year. They did a virtual free comic book week where they had stuff for free on their website, and you only had to pay for shipping. So I just started buying all kinds of stuff from them, and I'm a big fan of that Scout comic box that I get that's all of their releases in a month.
I think you're going in and out with the sound.
Because my wife keeps calling me.
Oh.
I gotta call him in and go to him, I feel you.
But this is their third month of doing boxes, so I've gotten some extras. But Cult of Dracula is really, really cool, and the art is astounding.
Oh, I mean, like, that's straight up art. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty.
And I think I have extras of, I think they're up to issue 4 of that one now. And it's just gotten more and more insane. So if I have a couple of extras, I'll send you some updates.
I'm totally not going to complain about that. Feel free. Oh my God, no, but I also like that, like, I don't know, I just love the art on all these. And I was telling before you came on, like, I am seriously a sucker for cover art, like, big time. Like, I could be like, the freaking comic could be trash, and I'd be like, if that art's amazing, I still kind of want it, you know? Like,
well, it's a balance. You have to enjoy the writing, but you also have to appreciate the art, and you can appreciate one over the other.
Like, I straight up will pick things based on appearance, honestly. And I know you probably shouldn't, but I'm like, I enjoy stuff so much more with, like you said, that good marriage between the, like, art and the actual story, you know?
Well, I love...
I'm like, I'm only in the first package here. Now, actually, I'm excited you sent me one of these because I have seen this on so many different channels, and I've been really curious.
Yeah.
Something's Killing the Children. I've definitely been curious to check this out. So I am excited to actually have this. And this is like a foil cover. This is freaking beautiful.
Yep, that's the 7th printing of #1, and it's the local comic shop day variant. But it's an homage to the first printing. But knowing that you, like me, are a sucker for all things 90s, that's when peak foil goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. I don't have any foil covers, by the way. You just, like, popped that cherry for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, and that's going to be one of those that if you like that series, buy the trades, or you'll go bankrupt trying to buy singles. That I've sold a couple of my, like, 2, 3, and 5 are $100 books now.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Dang. I know. I can't remember. There was something I was looking at, and I was like, dang, I wish I could just find digital of some of these, because I'm like, sweet God, the price on some of the books I want is like through the freaking roof. Although, you know, I like some of those older DC comics.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff is so freaking expensive. I'm like, there's no way. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'll just appreciate their existence, you know?
And the DC app is worth it. Because you can it's essentially their entire back catalog, except for new stuff that I think it's a 6-month window. So, like, anything you wanted to read today is at least 6 months old or beyond.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
got
only
that.
like $4 a month. It's, yeah. And that's how I'll catch things up. I know Caitlyn is a big DC fan that I ride the DC struggle bus and play my catch up there. But I've been reading a lot of old Swamp Thing lately. So it's been getting
that's
its money
cool.
worth.
Which reminds me,
Swamp Thing rocks.
I
Very
got this
underappreciated.
recently, and this cover, oh my god, look at that! Woo!
Oh, I'm trying to remember now if I put something specific with a prolific redhead in that box.
Ooh.
We're
If
getting
not, then I have a mini series to send you.
Lock and Key. That's also really cool looking, and I like the changes in the color scheme. You know what I mean? Like kind of showing this difference, the vibe, this sweet innocence, and then this battle that's just vicious, obviously, but that's a cool art trick that again kind of adds to a story, an intensity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really smart choice by this artist. So very cool. And I haven't heard of this actually, so you just open the door to a whole new moment there.
So that one might be a little trickier to read because there's a 60, I think it's around 60 issues series that essentially there's this house that has magic keys that they all do different things. In this book, they find that there's a connection between elements of time. So you could go watch an episode or two of the Lock and Key series on Netflix to kind of get a taste of that. But that was something else that I read all digitally that I fell in love with. And
That's
they
awesome.
had this small run series, and then they just started a crossover with Neil Gaiman's Sandman universe, which is going to be
cool.
Weird ways of playing with death that I think will be a fun read.
Well, it sounds for sure interesting. I'm intrigued just hearing about that mashup. You know what I mean? That sounds cool. And I didn't know that was on Netflix, so I'll have to look that up too. Because even though we're still watching One Piece until we're dead, we keep jumping around different shows. So we just finished Invincible, and now it's back to that what do we want to have as our in between show? You know what I mean? So
Lock and Key is good, but it's intense.
Yeah.
I bet.
Okay, we are in pour number 2. Oh, and by the way, Matthew, Papa Wheelie, she has not opened her box yet that I bought from you because her birthday is July 12th. So we are slowly working towards her getting to, and she may do a video and show off all her pops and comics and stuff, but it is totally on lock and key right now. It is hiding. But it is safe and secure, and all the books got here beautifully because I did creep into it and check it out, and / may steal one for myself. So.
Again, parenting.
Right? But I mean, I got her a lot of books, you know what I mean? So I was I may have one just because, it's a series that I don't have any from, so I was maybe I'll keep one for me, and then, I mean, she doesn't need 1,000, you know what I mean? Mind you, there's not that many, but I'm she's going to be 10. These may not even survive childhood, so I may keep one. Hide it.
She can buy her own when she gets a job.
Right. Maybe even preserve it so it's in better shape when she's older. You know what I mean? I'll give her so many to screw up. All right. Oh, this is pretty too. Crimson Flower, issue 1. That
looks gorgeous.
Nice. This actually makes me think of honestly, some of the art for Zelda, some of the poster art and things they've done, the styling.
Yeah, and I can see that.
Hearing, the way you were talking about liking art earlier, there are a lot of people who were not a big fan of issue number 1 of that because the art is so weird and trippy. But
It's trippy. Yeah, I like that word.
That whole series is just like the art makes you a lot of. Oops, she's calling me again.
So don't feel
But the
bad.
art tries to make you figure out if it like this woman is hallucinating or if she's real in some of these fantasy events in the real world.
Which sounds pretty freaking cool, honestly. I like what you said, kind of trippy. But yeah, it's like that psychedelic kind of vibe already. And then there's details here because even in like the DNA, you see it looks kind of like pills, like scripts. You know what I mean? So like I can kind of see what you're saying. Like there's obviously this difference in worlds between her lower character and the other part of the artwork. So I mean, they're pretty telling of some things going on already, which is cool. And again, that's some good artwork. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like smart choices. So they're already telling a little bit of a story. You have insight before you read it, kind of a thing, which I like. And hey, Chop and Drop, this is just pretty too. Oh my gosh, Proctor Valley Road.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, that is just freaking beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like the color here. Oh my gosh.
That one is also a trip. It takes place in like the 50s, 60s.
She looks like a hippie.
Yep.
Well, and I dig that time frame, honestly. I like geek out on some of that retro stuff, so I'm about it. But and I also, honestly, I really do enjoy some of the like darker artwork. But again, it's like not too dark. It's like artistically dark. So like, dang.
Yeah.
I got a lot of reading to do.
You're gonna be busy for the rest of the month.
Wait until you get into some of the things that are a little thicker. I think I sent you a trade or two.
Oh, nice.
When you get in there. So, yeah, you're going to have to write me some book reports, young woman. That school may be officially out for me as of yesterday, but Lass's Comic Summer School is in session.
I was about to say, dang, I barely talked myself into writing my own work, okay? That may be another live where I'll be like, that was dope. I'll probably message you on IG. This, by the way, I instantly just seen the back of this one. This was a series that, like, the artwork, I was excited. I'm like, I don't even care what it says. I don't know why, but I was just really drawn to this. Like, I love this style. And again, this is just the back of the book. But Carmen, I have seen this on a bunch of different channels, honestly, and these covers, like, they're so cool, you know what I mean? Like, dang. I love the skeleton suit. I love, like, it's just cool.
Apparently, if you want to and you can read Spanish, you can go get the entire series already because he published, Guillaume March, who is the writer and artist on this, published it in Spain and is now republishing it in English through Image. But that book's a trip, and I think one of the reasons why I waited an extra week to send your box was because you said you wanted that, and spoiler alert, if you haven't opened it up and found Luna, then Luna is also in there. And I think issue 2 of both of them were coming out within the same window, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed it was either one or both of them.
Well, I greatly appreciate it because that's what I'm saying. I have been seeing this and I was like, I definitely wanted that. So, like, awesome. And I love that you're paying attention because I told them, I was like, I literally was like, let's strike a deal. Please customize me a box. And like I said, it's straight fire so far. And it looks like a lot of people are agreeing. You're getting some good feedback in our chat as well. Chop and Drop, digging some of this art. If I didn't already say hi, Mark, hi. I might have. I don't know. I'm distractible, but hello to everybody. Oh my gosh, yes. So here's Luna. And again, this is the back. But like, look at this.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it's just so
absolutely gorgeous.
Maria Lovett is one of my favorite artists.
They're pretty.
Sometimes she'll get a touch too erotic for me,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, this book turned into softcore porn with some bloodlettings. Wasn't expecting that, especially reading it at school. So it's like,
Yeah.
I gotta put this smut away.
Gotta save this for tonight.
Yeah, it's my 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I think there's a line where sexuality can be a part of like really anything, to where it doesn't have to be like full blown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, there's an artistic way to have different levels for sure. But I mean, like, it's just really neat. To me, this makes me think like the 70s. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the feel. So I definitely like the kind of getting different vibes from the different decades. You know what I mean? And I think comics is a cool place for that for sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
What is next? Oh, this one is really pretty too. Dang. Actually, you know what this makes me miss? I remember back in the day, like when I first went to college, I had all this blacklight stuff. I loved all that. I'm like, why do I not have that stuff anymore? It's so cool.
There you go.
Oh my God, beautiful. Yeah, I like her style. And I really, like I said, I enjoy the way, the color, like literally, because I'm like, this artwork would be a whole different vibe without the same color. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a feel, it's a vibe in itself, kind of a thing. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty anyway. Like, that artwork, like the details, like even in her face, that's just nice.
Yep, you get cults,
It's
you
really
get
awesome.
drug trips, and that one, it is one of my favorites.
Oh, well, I'm excited. Number one, ooh, Shadecraft. This also, like, definitely some, like, sinister vibes, but, like, that is neat. And again, this is a cool artistic play, like, growing from the shadow there. Like, that is nice.
Very cool.
Pretty. Very pretty. So, and this is the first time I've seen this one as well. So this is also, like, new territory that I get to venture into. And it's pretty. I mean, like, here's in the book.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've read issue 2 of that yet. I now have a 2-read pile that is a short box.
Yeah.
Same.
So my goal will be to get caught up on some of that. Now that I've just got morning stuff with school for 2 weeks, that I'll be reading and chasing my kids around outside.
Say that as mine runs screaming through the house.
Yeah.
No, that looks really cool. And I like, it's like really vibrant. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty. This is very pretty. So I'm excited about that for sure. All right, let us see. Oh, nice. I had just recently got, like, maybe a few weeks ago, one of the ha-has. So now I have another one. And this is also nice because, like, with the ha-ha series, I really just think it's interesting. It's intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the various styles that have went into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost like those second print covers more than the first. That I just like the simplicity of those characters.
No, I really do. I think this is nice because they all do. They, like, pull, like, that's the cool thing with these art and variations in general. Like, even when I've started into slowly building another collection here with the Betty and Veronica mashups, because, like, they had I was telling her earlier, they had the Red Sonja and Vampirella mashup, and I was like, that is so cool. But I'm like, the the art variations are all over the place. And I'm like, there's a different part of me that's pulled to the different covers. I went with a very nostalgic kind of vibe with the first one I got. But I'm like, I love that because it's going to pull in different collectors, different people. Like, it's really brilliant to have all these options. You know?
Yeah. And I
with
think
one like that one, it hits like the nostalgic ones for those who grew up with Archie, but then also the more modern art style, those who like it today.
Yeah.
Well, and those that are maybe more typically getting like Vampirella or Red Sonja, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's like each of those, you can get more of those specific vibes depending on the cover art you pick, you know? So it's going to pull everybody kind of a thing, which is a smart way to do a mashup. Like, brilliant. Definitely. And these really are pretty books too. I'm like, do camera. Nice. Hello, Harsh Life Spotlight. What is up?
Hey, Harsh.
Bye,
Yeah.
Sharon. All right. Oh, nice. More haha. What's up? Dang, I feel a little spoiled right now. Oh man, that's cool. Got these babies together.
That's
And
nice.
if you like haha, then Ice Cream Man is a good checkout too, because it's the same writer. I'm working on it, sis. It's the same writer, but different artists, and both of these are anthologies where, like, there's a small crossover character in each of the haha books, just like there is an Ice Cream Man, but you don't feel like you have to read 60 issues to be current in terms of knowing what's going on.
That's
a
nice.
plus.
That's
a big
huge
plus.
Especially
Yeah.
for how my brain jumps around. I appreciate it.
For real.
No, but I've been interesting. Like the Ice Cream Man books are also just something, they were just intriguing, cool looking, and like I've been curious about those since I saw them.
Hold on a second. My wife
Post-apocalyptic.
and I just both got back home.
Nice. You good? Caitlyn, do you have any favorites so far?
I'm loving that Luna look, honestly. I've
really
heard of
cool.
it, but I've never seen like the actual cover. I've only heard people talk about it. I've never seen the actual covers, but those look amazing.
Yeah, like, and that's where obviously your boy Posey pays attention, because I had mentioned, like, I feel like it's been months ago that I really dug those covers. I can't remember, but I was like, those, yeah, they definitely grabbed my attention too when I saw it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is about yet, but they look awesome.
Yep.
Oh, that looks cool. Pandemica. Dang. What?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a good series. If you still have a little bit of COVID lag, put that at your bottom of the pile read right now, because that hit a little close to
You're like, this is close to
real
home, guys.
world.
Read
No, but
this
I mean, like,
after.
that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I think, I don't know, like, I'm definitely curious. And again, they did like a powerful punch immediately just with the art, like the baby with like gas mask, you know what I mean, next to a rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
I mean, that sends a clear message right there.
Immediately, yeah, you're like, this is what's up. Oh, nice. So that was issue 1. We've got issue 2 here again with some intense artwork, and I like the way they even did like the glass, because again, I don't know if y'all can kind of see the details there. There's like faces in the broken glass. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Anyway, those details are cool, and honestly, it almost gives her like a winged vibe, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of coming off of her. I think that looks sick. So that's really cool. Oh wow. There's a lot of details on this one. Like, I don't know if y'all can see all that, even in the background. Like, that's dope. That looks really cool. Ooh, dang, I am set up. Number 3. And these just keep kind of getting like a bigger and bigger feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely a build artwork alone. That is cool. Wild. I like when people do well, like night scenes, as silly as that sounds, especially like fire. I feel like fire is actually something that can go wrong. Silly as that sounds.
Yeah.
Like artistically. Number 4. Dang, this looks wild too. See if y'all can catch some of those little details there.
It's almost like the covers themselves are telling the story.
I know, like, I feel like I could literally hang these on a wall and it's like its own experience. Like, this is straight up like a cool art experience. Yeah, that's dope. That's cool. On the Stump. Now, this is one I have not heard about either, but this, like, gives me, like, what am I trying to say? Like, this makes me feel like old school superhero kind of feel.
you know how a couple of times in like the X-Men, there's been that theme of the government regulating superheroes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On the Stump has got that, but imagine if legislation in Congress first had to be passed through acts of combat.
What?
So you get,
Okay.
you get WWE, you get people with abilities, and you get battles to the death. That
I gotta tell Tylock about this one. This screams Tylock.
yeah, I
I
mean,
be like, check it out,
just
man.
it's so over the top in the way that it's written that
It's fun. Is
what
what it sounds like.
Frenzy is either on the arts or on the colors on that one, that it just has super absurd vibes in the best way possible.
I mean, it sounds
Awesome.
fun. You know, it sounds
Yeah,
kind of
it's
wild. The way you're talking about it, like, it may not be the same at all, but it kind of makes me think of like why I enjoyed Invincible. That series was because it was kind of over the top, you know, but it was fun. If
and
that
put your
makes
shoes
sense.
on, sis.
Like, it was kind of extreme in some ways, but it was like, I'm following. Let's see what happens next. But no, that sounds honestly, that sounds slightly hilarious and amazing all at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fun read.
On the Stump. Man, look at that boy in the back. Dang.
I
feel
think
like
he's
he should
the
be
big
tearing
bad.
people to shreds, like ultimate power moment, like hulked out dude back there. What is up, Flip Cake?
Hey, Ezra.
Dang, yeah, no, that looks cool. Nice. I'm trying to think. I know there's some other like recent series that this artwork makes me think of, and I just cannot put my finger on it. That just, like I said, I'm definitely like intrigued with, especially the way you explained it. I'm like, that sounds like a blast.
Yeah, for real.
And it's a good palate cleanse from reading something that's darker, heavier, where sometimes you just got to read an absurd book where, you know, just random acts of mindless violence, absurd dialogue, like that checks all of those boxes for me.
No, I feel you.
I hear
Like
you.
that moment, I always call it like getting to dumb down. You know what I mean? You don't have to think too hard.
Yeah.
You just have something kind of fun, and that's what I like. Like even with shows, I like that in between little filler where it's just like fun. You can like binge it real quick, and then you move on to whatever's going to be more involved.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Nice. Ooh. This gets me giddy just from what you wrote on it, okay? So I don't know where we're going here, but blast from your past.
Ooh.
I'm a sucker for nostalgia, like so hard. Oh my god.
Same. That's how Funko ropes us all in.
I know. They keep having stuff. And I'm like, I remember that from when I was 5, or from yesterday, or from 10 years ago. It is all nostalgic. I love it all. Because I keep thinking, oh, maybe I'll save some money. And then it's like, dang it, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Constant trapped. All right.
They hook you.
Look, number 1 is... I was about to say, what's the upside down? Ghostbusters! Oh my gosh, that's wild.
That's cool.
I wonder if the new movie's going to be good. Like, I'm curious about it.
I just saw the trailer for that today. I think the perspective of like somebody it's like Spengler's granddaughter, right?
Yeah.
Or daughter that
I
finds
think so.
the
It's
stuff.
either daughter or granddaughter.
But I'm intrigued when I saw that trailer this morning because that's what my kids like to do sometimes, just watch movie commercials, as they call them. So we found one that was like kids and animated movies coming out like June through November. And I saw that trailer and I was like, ooh, damn.
Right? No, like, I think
but,
like, it's got my interest enough where I'm like, I hope it's as good as like I feel it could be.
Yeah.
But I know movies, sometimes they do this trick where your trailer is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like you go and you're like, I should just watch trailer. I would have been solid. Done.
Yeah.
Save my money.
Trailer was the entire highlight.
Right? Nadia, I totally also did Ghostbusters. And I haven't heard of the Mother Trucker. Have you heard of that one, Poser? You said a
What
comment
is it?
that you once. It's called Mother Trucker.
No, but I will definitely Google that
Right?
when I'm not on my phone.
Oh, nice. Ghostbusters. We got our Slimer chilling in the background. I love the green, but that's kind of fun because, like, they definitely did, like, followed a theme. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's
very
cool.
cohesive. So that would be another one that if you were to hang up, it would look really cool together.
Absolutely. That's
The
Very nice.
premise of that series is essentially after the Ghostbusters are big and famous, they're getting interviewed for like an or like a biography.
Yeah.
So it's telling you more about what they were all doing before the Ghostbusters became the Ghostbusters. So I thought that was a pretty unique take on it.
Unique.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
cool.
even know they had those. Oh, this one's like, that's really cool looking. The number 2. This, I'm like, where am I pointing? Camera. God, I suck at this. There we go. Oh my gosh, very cool. And I really do like that they had like a similar look for all of them. Because again, that would be pretty if it's displayed. You know? And to top it off, number 1, got our same theme. And that's nice because it's each of the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Each got their own unique cover, unique feel, but they're all like totally like themed out where they all kind of matchy. Very dope.
Yeah, that'll make a great display piece.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that would be really cool. Nice. Love it. 9-issue, 1975, original The Joker run. I feel you, Chop and Drop. There's a lot of old DC, especially Batman, like, moments that I want hard. That,
yeah.
Good luck on some of them.
I want to try and get the old, like, Brave and the Bold, where they were all, like, the team-up comics, because I'm a sucker for team-ups, so those are the ones I want to go after. So
I'm trying to think why can I not think what this is? The little mini run that had the Martha Wayne as Joker. What was that run called?
Flashpoint.
Thank you. But I mean, like, Flashpoint has, like, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, there's various parts of Flashpoint, but, like, specifically the set that involved Martha Wayne, like, I actually want that set, but it's like, I don't know. I can't even remember. I feel like it's not too crazy in price, you know what I mean? But it's just finding them in decent condition, finding all of them, because I'm like, that's one that I would want just one. You know what I mean? Like, I would want that complete little run there, which is not a big one if I remember. I think that specific part with her is like maybe like, is it like maybe 4 books, something like that? It's nothing.
I want to say 4, yeah.
I feel like that's right.
Most of those Flashpoint things were 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've read it. I have it digital. I don't have the hard copies.
See, I'm like, I want the hard copies, but if you know where to find it digital, hit your girl up, because again, I am not a techie person at all. So I'm like, show me the way. All right. And I obviously love this one. Batman Year 3, Part 4.
Yes.
Look at my man's over there. Where's he at? There he is. Oh my God. Love it. I'm forever a sucker for Batman. I'm not even kidding. Okay, when I was younger, we went to Six Flags or something, right? And there was, it probably could have been like a kid in a costume, but it was like a worker. Could have been like 18. I have no idea. Could have just been like some dorky kid running around, but he had a Batman suit on, and I was like, couldn't even think straight. I was like, oh my God, it's Batman. And I like had to go hunt him down because I'm like, can't even think right. I swear that's the only fangirl moment I've had my whole life. It's never bands. I don't even think it'd be a movie star, but Batman, very much yes.
Yes.
Very much. I need to get my husband a Batman suit. # life goals. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. And I love this style too.
The retro Batman just
I knew when you said that you, of the books that you remember having, that you were a decent person and that you loved some Batman, I was like, I'm going to do a disservice, even if I'm building an indie box, not putting some Batman in there for you, let alone some good older Batman.
Yes. Yes. And hey Ryan, what's up? Hey Jeremy, what's up? All the hays, in case I missed anybody. No, I freaking love Batman. Like that will never go wrong. Even if I already had it, I'd be like, yes. Which I did not have any of these, so oh my gosh, this is awesome. Man, look at him. Oh, I love it. Robin looking even like he's on point down there. But no, I really do love some of these like older style Batman, like older style DCs in general, because some of the newer artwork is amazing. Like it is straight fire. Some of this new artwork, like I really do love it.
Yes.
But I will always have a soft spot for some of this older styled work, like just straight up. Like there's something about it, you know? Definitely. Oh man, and this is one of those like good storytelling moment covers.
Yes.
Yes. I was like, Caitlyn, you know what's up. Don't play. Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what that is. That is
Hey.
gorgeous for one, and just timeless as another.
Just love it. Oh my god. Cozy, I love it. Oh my god. Yes. Can you tell?
No, I thought you hated it.
I know. I'm so
Yeah.
upset.
I'll log
so
on to
far.
my computer now and send you some money back.
Like, sorry, your box sucks, okay? I need a refund, and I'm keeping all of it. Thank you. Could be fun with kids. Now, that actually just makes me curious. And it's a thick stack. Got that big boy going. See how fast I can open stuff. Got like a huge pile on the floor going over here. All right.
I've had a huge pile of trash in here for a month, and I still haven't
this
cleaned it
looks
up yet.
cool. A Man Among Ye. Ooh, I'm digging the pirate vibes.
And
that's awesome.
It has its next part of the arc starting next month.
Yeah.
But it's about a female ass-kicking pirate who has a stowaway on her ship that you find out she has a lot more in common with than you would think. So it's a good story, and it's written by Stephanie Phillips, who she hands down as one of my Ainsley, don't shut that door. No, leave it open so I can hear Charlie if he wakes up. But she's my favorite, one of my favorite writers right now, and she's the one who's currently writing Harley Quinn.
Nice. No, this is obviously pretty, like straight up. But you can't go wrong with a lady pirate, okay? Like,
No.
Yeah.
I'm down. Whatever. Let's do it. No, and that's nice. And again, I love it when I think there's a way to do simple well, and there's a way to do busy well, and this is like a really good job of the busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on, but like it flows well. It's colored well. Like they did a good job with that cover. Nice. Ooh. Number 2, also looking all kinds of amazing. Damn. I like that stance. Okay, and me being like, I don't know, like a giant child, I'm like, it makes me think of the Captain Morgan. Do you remember when that was so trendy? Like, oh my God, that was the thing. That was real. Mind you, I don't think I ever did that in public, but probably did once or twice at home. Okay, it's a thing. It's whatever. But no, that looks awesome. I dig it. There's an intensity there. She definitely looks like a boss lady for sure. Very cool. Oh yeah, Nadia was saying with a mask, she makes her think of like a female Zorro. I like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
totally. Yeah, I can feel that vibe. I can feel
So-
that vibe.
I would definitely
Ryan.
buy that book. I would buy
Right?
Female Zorro.
Same. Oh yeah, this one's cool too. Slightly different feel with like the way like the cover. There's a slight variant here in the styling there, but this is also gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that. Dang, that's cool. Very pretty. Nice. And number 4, nice color play here as well. Dang.
That's awesome.
Right. Very pretty. Nice. And next, They Fell from the Sky. I have heard of this, but I've never seen them, or at least I don't remember seeing them.
So that I interviewed the writer for that.
Maybe that's
she is
where I
one
heard
of
of it.
Truffle.
she's one of
I
Mad
like coffee.
Cave's talent search winners. That also has a good like 80s like buddy comedy kind of feel. Like if you remember Mac and Me about the little boy and the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think issue 3 of that just came out, and I like what she does with the story. But Xavier Taraga, who is the artist and is also a talent search winner, he is just sick in that book is not overly complex in the story or the art, but it's just insane how good it is.
I mean, I like it because honestly, it makes me think of some of those like old, really popular things, like, you know, like you said, from the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely a feel there. So, like, I'm about it. I look forward to kind of reading it. And again, obviously, I've got my summer planned reading wise.
You're
I'm
booked
excited.
until the fall.
And this one immediately, this is cute. I haven't heard of this either. It definitely has like a childlike kind of feel to it, like a whimsy to the artwork, at least. Wind.
Heck,
So
I just
that's
like that
the
logo.
same. That's the same guy that's writing Something Is Killing the Children and the current run of Batman. It was originally supposed to be released as a graphic novel, and they chopped it up. So I think book 8 comes out soon. So if you like that, it's an interesting one to pick up in trade. That I think it reads better in trade than single issues. But again, I know your munchkins are a little older than mine, and I think that becomes a good, safe, like intro story to share with kids.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like my daughter, next month she's gonna be 10, and I think I was saying that before you were on with Caitlyn earlier. Is like that was one of like I remember when I was a kid, comics were easier for me to read because my attention span, etc. But my daughter has also enjoyed that styling, even with books like Dog Man. So like I think she would transition well to like a regular comic, honestly. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We're about to enter a Dog Man phase because my oldest enters kindergarten in the fall.
Oh yeah, like my youngest has graduated kindergarten, but yeah, Dog Man has been popular in our house. This is also a fun cover. Loot. This was a new one to me as well.
So that is Scoot is Scout's kids and young adult imprint.
That Mama J.
These books get published in what they call a non-stop format, where they print a traditional floppy issue 1, and the rest comes out in trade. But where that book will be fun and could be some summer activities for you and your munchkins, there are puzzles in there that they want you to solve. That book is interactive, so I thought that would be a fun share as well.
Well, and I
That's
like
cool.
that the art, I think, will be more like, it's not that the kids don't have sophisticated taste, especially my older child, but I think this appeals to like it matches more what is usually thrown at children, if that makes sense, like visually. So I
Yeah.
think it immediately makes sense, like even on that point, if that makes sense, coming out of my mouth. But like, no, yeah, that was cool. And by the way, it just makes me want a meow shirt, as simple and dumb as that is. Like, why don't I already have this? Okay. No, but that actually sounds really cool. And I like the idea of having something interactive beyond the story. So that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And dang, look how thoughtful you are. Who are you right now? Dang. Who knew Posey was like the ultimate box builder?
I try.
Yeah, obviously. Dang.
Hey, sleeping.
Oh, this looks cool. Sanji and Timbo?
Same thing.
That's
Kid
cool.
oriented, no puzzles. The art
Hey,
in
Sleeping
that book is
Collectibles.
real good.
No, I mean, like, it's cool. And again, I like that. Again, I agree. Like, since you mentioned these are like crossover points with me and the kids, like, this looks like things that they already would enjoy, if that makes sense. Like the art style and just the feel of it. And both kids are really into animals as well. So when you can incorporate things like that, it's always cool, you know? But yeah, that's just pretty anyway. So, like, even, you know, in my 30s, I appreciate that artwork. Like, it's pretty.
That cover
But
just feels like never-ending story.
By the way, I just want to point out, y'all are my first live. Just want to point that out.
Hence wondering whether she's smarter than StreamYard.
Yeah, literally. That's why I named it that, because I was like, y'all, if this doesn't work out, whatever. Because I know, poor poser, like, I feel bad because you have been like waiting on me for like ever, I feel like, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but success.
Yeah.
Okay, this is nice too. This makes me honestly think of like, I'm trying to, this made me think like almost Steven Universe kind of a feel. If that makes sense. Soul Stream, like kind of that style a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So
or Gravity Falls. Looks a little bit more like Gravity Falls.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Add all the things. No, that looks cool. It's just pretty. It's simple. Definitely gives like almost like an Americanized anime vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the big eyes, that styling. Like that's pretty cool. Now the problem is, if we love all of these, how broke we'll be if we have to buy them. You know what I mean? I'll be like,
Buy the
sorry,
trades.
kid, you get a taste for one and you're done.
Well, the good thing about all of those Scoot books is the trades when they come out, I think they're $10 a piece. Like, I think Senge and Tembo is the first one that comes out either this week or next week. So a slightly better entry point if you get addicted.
Nice. Side note, we also enjoy Gravity Falls Sleeping Collectibles because it's a fun show. All right, bottom of the box, we have starter trades of my two favorite series. I just keep getting like more excited as this goes on. I'm like, what could be in here? Although also my anticipation has been building for what, at least a month, right? Like,
yeah,
you've been torturing yourself for a month and you're finally getting that release.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her earlier too. I was like, this box has been like just glaring at me, staring at me, like, why don't you open me?
Yeah.
But I was like, there's no way this is going to be a video because, sweet God, I'd be on there for 12 years and I'm not going to torture people. I already did on my like last swap video because it was like almost an hour. And I was like, I'm sorry, y'all all deserve trophies. If you watched even half of this, make yourself one out of paper and feel loved. Thank you. But
at the end, you could have a QR code to a printable certificate.
Right. Oh my gosh. If I knew how to, I totally would have done that. Be like, here's your prize. Good job. Thank you for the support. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
This is also one that I think has some really cool artwork. So this is Saga #1.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is just really pretty. To me, it's similar vibes to like Carmen and to Luna. You know, like, I don't know. They're just pretty. Very pretty.
And I feel like that not just is Saga one of my favorite series, but I also feel like if you're building somebody a box of indie comics and try and pull them into loving indies, if you don't include Saga in it, like it's like, not getting an anime pop from who's the not Toy USA. But it's the whoever you buy and you always get anime pops from that.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either, but like that's the thing. And by the way, I have to say, even with my own occasional mystery box, I make a point not to have everybody anime. Like, because I know there's so many people that don't like it, and a lot of boxes just swarm them with it. And I'm like, which is great for people like me that love it.
Yeah.
There's some people that don't. So you can't just throw tons of it out there. It doesn't go over well.
They'll throw
This
it back.
is beautiful. And by the way, I think it's super cute. The baby has horns already. Imagine daddy there.
But the first page of that issue is still going to be my favorite opening line in any comic. And it's Alana, the mom, saying it feels like I'm taking a shit because she's giving birth.
Yeah, that's real life. That is real life. I'm like, no, I got to get it.
Class is like I've experienced that twice. I remember.
Yeah. Double whammy. We'll just briefly go past that in case YouTube's like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Enjoying some art, people. Haters. Oh, nice. So I got the volume 1. Oh, and that's also just kind of cool because I like the difference and how they displayed. Oh, very nice. Very pretty.
That is awesome.
It is. That is beautiful. Woo! I almost showed a page. I'm glad I didn't. I'll save that for later.
You get some boobs.
A little something, a lot of something. We'll keep it, civil. YouTube. But no, this is also
PG-13.
just really
As civil as we can get.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, guys. I'm trying here, okay? I'm trying. No, this is just pretty. Like, again, I like the colors. I like the blues, the oranges, kind of that reddish pink color. I think I've seen that in a lot of, like, some of the indie comics lately where they have that theme through those kind of bright colors. I've even looked at maybe some tattoos in a similar color scheme because I'm like, I don't know. It just really pops. Like, it's pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it catches your eye for sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, this looks awesome. Dang. Dark art. If I can talk. Dark art. Dark arc. I feel like that could be like a, what is it? Like say it 10 times fast kind of a vibe moment.
Yeah.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, I would totally run that. What's up, Bolt 27?
So
I just noticed like the Kraken like vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
series is what if there were a Noah's Ark of evil creatures?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that sounds pretty freaking cool.
Cullen Bunn is another one of my hands down favorite writers. He just had a book come out this week called Basilisk, which slayed. And then Juan Doe is probably my favorite artist that I think is highly, highly underappreciated.
Yeah.
And he did his own solo series called Bad Reception, which was like a 6-issue slasher horror book that he was the writer and the artist on. That is insane. So if you get addicted to that one, it's only 20 issues, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is
Are you awake, buddy?
This is pretty.
Yeah.
It's like hard. I'm like literally like it took me, I feel like 2 minutes to even pick a page because there's like it just like switches kind of the feel, it switches color schemes, you know what I mean? Like there's just some really pretty work in here for sure. Dang. Yeah, that looks cool. And that concept is like interesting too, you know what I mean? You want to check this out? I got the Mr. Ketchum chilling over here. You want to show off your epic mustache he's been growing? Like,
That's great.
it's pretty great. Where's he at? Where's he at? Get in there. This way, there he is.
Nice. Twisty at the end.
I was like, do you want to see what I
Can you
got?
say hi?
Oh, no. I said,
Hi.
hello.
say
You're
hi?
so handsome. He's too sleepy, Dad.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Took his car
That's
nap.
what is
Got a good
going
hour
on.
out of him, though.
I
Say
make
hi.
that face when I wake up, too. It's okay.
For real.
For real. I'm the same way. You can ask him. I'm just like, ugh. I'm not a morning person. I don't wake up
Me
well.
neither.
Well, that's why, like, originally I was like, let's do this at brunch. And it's like whatever time we got started, because that's how long it took me to get live. You know? Like, okay, I'm a human being now. We can hang out.
You gotta revive yourself first.
Right? No, seriously. I was like, I need a shower. I need to come to life. Like, get kids situated moment. Which that was a disaster. I literally, by the way, right before Caitlyn came on, I had like kicked a toy box. So like my toe was bleeding. And I was like, what is this? Am I just destined not to open this box? Like, sweet Lord. But
It's
that's
cursed.
a good problem. There's always something to hurt yourself on that's been left out in the abyss of crazy.
But you got something good out of the pain. You got the comics.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I have my really cool Psyduck Band-Aids, so I'm adulting really hard right now. Because why not? Oh, Bobbert's saying, where does one sign up for a curated box?
Hit me up on Instagram.
That's what I did.
Like,
I just straight up rambled at him in a bunch of voice messages because I'm crazy.
Yeah, like I've been back in the collecting comics game for a little over 2 years now, and I definitely bought way too much. And of the stuff that I sent last, like there's nothing in that box that I don't like, but some of it was, am I gonna read this a second time, or is it a good ass story that I'm just gonna keep passing around? So
yeah.
She was like, don't bankrupt me. And I was like, give me, I think I said $40. And I filled up that medium sized box and was like, here's a bunch of stuff. If you like more, then once I have been an effective drug dealer, then I'll jack up the prices and be an evil reptilian brain capitalist.
The cat just to join.
But yeah.
No, yeah, totally. I felt bad because I know I'm a spaz, and I was just like, 10 voice messages later. Here's what sounds good. What are you up for? And literally, I was like, let's negotiate a price. And he was like, okay, this much. And I'll just fill a box. And I was like, bet, let's do this. Done.
Yeah, so I'll do that with anybody that, as much as I've enjoyed, selling stuff in auctions, either on YouTube or whatnot, I would much rather pass on a box that will be well loved to somebody that I like. So if I like you as much as I do last, then you get that sick of a box. So that can be your metric of how much do I like you, is you can constantly come back and watch this stream and see if I'm as thoughtful.
Do I rank higher or lower than last on Poser's list?
So there you go. That can
That's
just be
awesome.
the sliding scale we keep people guessing on.
It's like, be nice or your box may suck more. Bam.
Pretty much.
Or it could be epic. Like mine.
So Bobbert, don't even bother messaging him. You're not nice enough.
You're like,
You're not nice enough.
Whatever. We like Bobbert. Don't play.
I'm a big Bobbert fan.
Same. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm a fan of everybody in this chat right now. So what's up, guys? And maybe in the future I will like actually announce a live, but probably not. Because let's get real, I don't even have a schedule with videos. It's all random. It's just my brain.
I try and put thought into when I schedule some things. But other times it's just like, crap, I'll go live and open 6 boxes because I don't want to edit 6 videos.
Yeah,
right?
I hear you.
Right? I feel you. Well, and I just knew I wanted to do the box all at once, and I was hoping you'd get to hang out with me, so I was like, duh, live.
Yeah.
So it just made sense, and I'm glad you did. And then I was telling Caitlyn that I was opening your box, and she was like, hello, I want to be there. And I was like, bet, let's do this. Why not? So I seriously appreciate you coming on, because I know you're busy today, but I was like, hoping.
Well, and I opened Caitlyn's box on the live because I tried to swoop in super fast when she had those customed. It wasn't Castle Grayskull; it was the other one,
Snake Mountain.
Snake Mountain.
Yeah.
Because I knew the two other people that I would send them to, and then I did a box battle on a Friday with Toy Box Treasure Hunters and found out that they were the ones who had the third one.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I got Tylock's address from them because he's the other huge Masters of the Universe fan that is way out there. So once I go to the post office again on Monday, because now that's my second career, is that I will be excited to send that his way.
No, for sure. And she did a great job in that. Like I was showing, she's got her own little epic spot for her custom shop she made me that James bought for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's so freaking cool. I got me a DC chomp. I'm like, now I need like a Batman to like hit up. Honestly, now that I say that, I'm like, now I need a Catwoman. And I need a Batman. You know what I mean? Like, this could just become a problem.
When I was talking to Sheree, I'm like, I'm probably going to end up wanting a Harley one.
Yes! Just do all of them. I made you one eventually. Oh my gosh, he is so precious.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh, you made. Oh my gosh.
He was climbing in the car. And I was like, no climbing. All right, hey, you want to go pee potty and then you can play? Yep. All right, I'm going to fight him to go to the bathroom and I'll lurk on the other side of the chat. But I figured once everybody fell asleep, that I could come chat for a while, be part of this historic event.
Bring it. Hold on. He's got this really fits the theme. Hey, bring that book. He's got a graded book that totally fits what we're talking about right now. That's pretty freaking dope. So, a 9.6 Masters of.
Oh, number one.
That's cool.
Oh,
nice.
Background.
Nice. I'm jealous of that.
Cool. He was super excited to get this one in. Like he was like hunting this down for a little while there. But this is actually our only slab. Like this is the only graded comic we own. But I'm like, but it's an epic one to own. So
yeah, for sure.
And the new
now got
He-Man series is coming out in a couple weeks.
2 Wonder Woman. Yes. That's all I got so far.
Right? Hey, you're doing better than me. Because like I said, that's his. I don't have any slabs, technically. I'm like slack-a-lacking. I need to work on my life, apparently. Reassess my choices, you know what I mean?
There you go. You can just clear out all your pops. Have a big old garage sale.
Right? So like, what happened to your pops? Like, I needed a certain slab, okay? Life priorities, obviously.
I had to weigh my options.
I also got the new, like, I don't know, like, probably I'm like the only one that cares, but I also got like the new Pokemon box that came out. The new, like, I think it's like Chill Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? But that just dropped from Pokemon Center, so I got that. And there's also rumors that maybe the new, like, special delivery Charizard is coming with it. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be so freaking cool. So that's where part of my funds have, like, died to go off.
I've been trying to learn more Pokemon because that's Toby's big thing. So we've been playing the card game online with the codes of the packs that I bought for a reason that I still don't know.
Well, see, the funny thing is, I've never played Pokemon. I always liked the plushies, the art, and I remember even drawing them when I was a kid, like when it started getting more popular, like forever ago. But, like, I don't even know how to play the game. The only, like, card type game I played as far as any of these worlds was Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was the online one, like the app. Duel Links is the only one I've done because the actual, like, physical card games, I have zero attention span, so I'm, like, just sitting there in the waiting, and I'm like, I just can't. Can't do it. But Duel Links is a faster pace, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, although the app annoys the crud out of me because it always has to update. And if you're gone even a few days or a week, you're going to be updating until you've, like, I don't know, hit another birthday kind of a vibe, you know?
Yeah, We have 20 gigs of data that you need.
Right?
Storyline
Oh
you
my
haven't gotten
gosh.
to yet. And half of
It
the
takes
content you might have to buy.
I've collected the Pokemon cards off and on my entire life, but I only play the video games. I don't play the card game. I just collect cards.
Yeah,
and
we
I
watched like the
really
movies.
stopped doing that now.
We watched the movies. I think they've played some of the games. Like I know my other half's played the games. I'm usually like a watcher. Like I watch the games. There's not much I play other than like Mario Party or like old school. Like I liked original Nintendo games. Like I like the old Zeldas. Like I like playing those old Mario. But like after all that occurred, totally lost. I have no idea how to play anything. But I'm like, you get me an old Nintendo or even a Super Nintendo, I'm down. I'm good. I actually have like an old N64 in the garage.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
like, that I can handle.
I still have mine too. Yeah.
I'm old school all the way when it comes to gaming.
Nice.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, what's up? Yeah, but Pokemon, I don't know. I'm weird. As far as like collecting, I actually am obsessed with like pack collecting. Like I like packs. I think it's like addicting to open them to see pulls, just like with trying to pull chases on like sodas, things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the thrill of the chase. But other than that, I've always liked packs, and I've been so mad at myself forever because I used to have base set packs, and a long time ago I decided to sell, and I was like, why did I do that? Why? Because now I'm like, now I just wish not even to sell. Now I just wish I had it because at the time I always assumed I could get another one. So who cares? Because just a few years ago, like maybe even 3 years ago, they were only like $60. Okay, that's affordable. Now it's like, no, I have to like, I don't know, second coming of Jesus moment if I get them.
Yeah, I've watched some of those first gen pack breaks on whatnot just to see a single pack of cards go for like $2,500 blows my mind.
Oh, it's wild. It's so wild because like when all this blew up, because we were collecting packs and cards and stuff before. So I don't know. It just blew my mind because now, mind you, also what was popular and what cost more and all this, like it was a totally different vibe before. Like it was, it was easier to find stuff out in the wild because not everybody and their dog was collecting. But now people are putting value even on cards that don't hold value, or they're grading cards that are like trash. And I'm like, save your money. Why? No, that's not worth anything other than like nostalgia. You know? But I feel like that's like encouraged in the current environment where people are literally burning money. And I'm like, you don't have to. You don't have to.
You don't want to encapsulate your $2,500 mistake?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Now, like on some of those that are not going to be remade, I can kind of understand the money there. But like I've seen people where like even YouTubers will encourage people to send in cards to get graded so they can show them off on their channel. And they will literally be like, this card is awesome. And I'm like, it looks like a cat chewed it up, spit it out, and then they sent it to me graded. And I'm like, that card, you literally lost money grading it because it was already, other than again the feel and the nostalgia, it wasn't worth anything, but I feel they make people think it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just a scam. Okay, people, if you have a card that is totally chewed up, it's not worth that. It's not worth grading because a lot of graded cards I feel like need to be like technically a higher grade to really be worth grading.
Well, they're trying to keep the hype up so that the value doesn't go down anymore.
Oh, for
they
sure.
want it to keep going, so they keep pretty much lying about it.
It's money for a lot of people, which I understand. Like, I'm not against people making money. I'm like, hustle, do your thing, like create your living.
Yes.
I support you.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
No hate at all. So I don't mean it that way. But, as somebody that like just collects, like with Pokemon especially, I very rarely will let go of anything. Like I haven't even graded anything because I'm like, I could to maybe preserve it, make it a little safer, some of my higher end cards. But I plan to keep them. You know what I mean? Like, but we're aware of like what all goes into grading, and I feel like a lot of people aren't properly educated on what that means.
Yeah, it's up to the individual.
Generally, your grade, like even with comics, you can look at them and have a basic idea of grades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of people that need more education versus people just being like, it's awesome immediately, and it's like, teach people if you're gonna be showing this stuff off, talk about it. Talk about grading. What does it mean?
Yeah.
And there's
and cards is so much more intricate than anything else. Like if something is printed slightly to the left, that dings the value.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah, centering,
me,
whitening on corners, normal wear and
Yeah.
tear, play, scratches, even microscopic scratches that you'd have to have
Yep.
perfect vision to see if hexagrade. Like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Alright,
Andrew,
I'm
I
gonna.
don't think there's a problem with opening to buy more or buying and selling and trading. Like, I'm not against the idea of flippers because, like, I even sell stuff on occasion so I can buy more expensive things or
Yeah.
even just fund my hobby. Like, I'm not against selling at all. And
It's just
I'm
up to the buyer or whoever to educate themselves on what's appropriate to spend on it.
Exactly, because some people just kind of follow what they're told is good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not everybody has your individual interest in mind. So educate yourself on the collectible you're interested in. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube of like how you look to find out grades of comics, how you look at card grading. You know, like there's information out there if you look for it. Here's another one of his Cooler Than Me collection. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yes.
Jim
Nice.
Mint 10, birthday Pikachu. Beautiful.
That's amazing.
Right?
I now have lost 2 of my children. So
That's easy.
now
to
that
do, by the way.
one is contained in a swing and the other 2 are somewhere outside, I'm gonna go find them. I'll be on the other side, but it was fun to hop in and do this.
Yes, thank you. Posey,
We'll
I
have
love
to
my
find a
box.
way to do it again. We're gonna open your box this afternoon. Oh, now they're fighting. But yes,
You found them.
That sounds like kids
Stop,
for sure.
Toby. Yeah, but my last box video with the kiddos will probably be my Wednesday or Thursday video this week. So you'll see it. But it was fun being on. I'll now acknowledge the chat when I'm in it on the other side in a second. But you officially are smarter than Streamyard. And the next thing that I send you, I'll send you a certificate or just a piece of paper with stickers on it and embrace my inner like 3rd grade teacher.
I'm all about it. Do it. I will frame that thing. You send me a certificate, I'm gonna put it on a wall somewhere, okay? Like
Done.
yeah.
Done. I will design that tonight instead of packing whatnot boxes.
There you go. And when people are mad, you can be like, blame Les Ketchum. Just send her hate. Straight up.
Just blow up her
Way,
DM.
I still love the Gibsonella. Like I saw somebody like posting like actual covers recently, and I immediately thought of you with all that photoshopping. It was so freaking hilarious.
I need to
like,
go. I need to
Oh
do
my
that
God.
again. Just start photoshopping heads on covers again. Maybe that'll be my summer project.
Caitlyn, do you have any idea what I'm talking about, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, if not, totally worth stalking his IG to find these pictures. That was.
I saw it.
Oh God, we were on one that night.
Oh, it was so funny.
Alrighty,
So
I'm gonna dip, but I will keep chopping with y'all on the other side. But this was fun. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. No, that was so funny because I was watching a live, and it was supposed to be a Vampirella live.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody kept talking about Mel Gibson for some reason. I don't even remember how the topic came up. And then Poser showed up because he was going to be on the live, but he like popped into the chat. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would be hilarious to do like a mashup. I said something like, man, if Poser put these together, because, you know, he does all this Photoshop stuff. I was like, that would be hilarious. Or I don't remember exactly how I said it. And then bam, he like did it. And then it became like a theme for the live. And he kept doing all these awesome, hilarious, like Photoshop edits onto these comics. Oh my God, awesome. It was so funny. And then when they popped up on IG, so you could just see all of it from the anyway, it was so funny. I was like, that live like totally went another direction, but it was epic. Like, it was so fun.
Well, that's the best lives that go completely off track.
Yeah, well, it was funny because they were in there talking, and some people were like they had prepared or read, or people I think were just like on random trains of thought. But like, I don't know, Poser made that like so much fun. I'm like, that should just be a regular themed live in general of like Poser doing odd Photoshop edits with celebrities and comics or something, because that was awesome.
I totally agree. That would be amazing.
I'm still waiting to see you photoshopped riding a tornado, by the way. Like, that's on my life goals of things to witness while I'm still on this earth.
I know.
But
I still need to send
speaking
a good picture to Fritzy to do it.
Speaking of, my birthday is next weekend. So if you want to give me a gift, it could be that photoshopped image, and I will count as solid, okay?
That's all you want.
That's all I want. So as I level up to my next age, I want you on a tornado. And people will be like, what's your favorite gift? I'm like, that was it right there. Done.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, okay. You like the plan. I dig it. I dig it. Do it. Incognito mode. Yeah, no, I think that would be dope. Caitlyn, since I've showed off a ton of stuff, have you got anything cool in that you want to show off? Or are you saving stuff for videos?
I think everything's already been opened and going into a video. Like, I've already got the videos done. I did... Where is it? So I haven't heard back yet, but I did just email to try and get my first Whatnot auction set up.
Oh, dang.
So I'm hoping to get a Whatnot auction set up for hopefully sometime this summer. And then also get some stuff set up to do it in December for the Toys for Tots charity drive that I do every year. So I found this. I was meant to purge this, but now I'm going to save it for the Whatnot auction.
Nice.
So I literally just found this buried in the closet like a couple days ago.
No, that's cool. No, I love it when I find cool stuff randomly, like especially if it's like money in a coat pocket or something. It's like, dope. Yeah. Thank you, past self, for letting me find this later. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cian. Oh, and by the way, Bobbert totally said we want spoilers, and I kind of agree with him. Like, feel free to, in advance, show off anything accepted. I finally put some stuff on Whatnot because I was like, I'm gonna try this. I still don't know because, like, again, I'm like, it's just one more busyness, but it seems cool. I think a lot of people enjoy it, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know. I don't really do the auction type things. And I feel like sometimes people get a little wild on their spending to where it's like, this makes no sense. Like, save yourselves. But it's also fun, and I get that too, because there's like an adrenaline, there's an excitement, there's like
that's what's making them do it. Just the thrill of winning.
Yeah, people enjoy it. I think it's a thrill. To me, it's like the same idea of like trying to find a chase, you know what I mean, where we spend more to get multiples in the hope of, you know what I mean, like it's that same kind of feel.
But I'm just wanting to do an auction just so that I'm familiar with it. I can just do more like a tester run, because I definitely want to do it for the charity auction because I know that's going to rake in more money than me just asking for donations like I did last year. Even though we did amazing last year thanks to like Silverhaired Wolf and Mama J and everyone helping me out.
Yeah.
But this year I'm just wanting to try the auction style just to do better. So I want to get an auction just to know what the hell I'm doing.
I feel like when Big Dog Dave did that, it seemed like that was a good choice, and I do agree because I think in that format you have a likelihood of people spending more just in the excitement, the fun of it, being involved in something, for sure. I still don't know that if that's something I will keep up or not, but I was like, for fun, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And see how I feel. But it's also, again, I can't even schedule this. So I'm like, Lord, am I going to schedule something there? But I may in the future, because like I said, I think it's one of buyers have to kind of educate themselves, be familiar with what they're interested in, etc. So like, it's never that anybody has to, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of go in as you choose to with the budget that you choose to, you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think there's anything wrong with people auctioning either. I'm like, again, that's go in knowing what you want to do. And if it goes past that, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Cody
had a grail up on one of his auctions a few weeks ago, and I was in there. I waited the entire night, like 3 hours, for it to finally come up for auction.
Dang!
And I told myself I'm not spending over 100, and it went to like 102, and I wouldn't do it. I just refused to spend more than 100 on it, even though I waited so long. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Bobbert gave me a little bit of a hard time on it, but I'm like,
Well, I think that's important though, because I do that all the time. Like, there's been like certain drops that I've skipped, not because I wasn't interested, but I'm like, I know I only want to spend so much. I know there's other drops coming up, so I try to like make sure I always have that like wiggle room on, you know what I mean? Like trying again, the idea of collecting on a budget, because otherwise we would all be like broke and just living in houses made of pops and collectibles. You know what I mean? Because like it gets pricey because there's always more. There's new collectibles, there's new figures. Like he especially has gotten into different types of collectibles, like the crankies and what else? Can't even think. We've gotten a few different types of things, like super plastic collectibles and things, because they've got some really neat figures. But Tiny Ghost finally got some of those in the house.
I finally customized one of those.
Yeah,
I haven't posted the pictures. I'll probably post it after this.
Do it, and feel free to spoiler alert. No, I think those are cool, and those are like I think it's fun to figure out how to customize figures that are, I don't know, more simple, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can do so much with it.
Oh, for sure. I think it forces you to be more creative in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I took it and made it into Captain America.
Yeah, nice. So I'm excited to see that. Oh, and I agree, Bobber. It's like I'm one that I'm like, I want everything else that's required paid for. And then I always like a little wiggle room for safety because life happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Not trying to like blow my whole budget on fun, because that's what I see this as. This is like happiness and fun, but I'm like, I definitely more than that going on. And definitely food. I love food. Dan was saying you like Captain America. Yeah, no, I think that's cool. And I think is that one you're planning to just keep in your collection? Or are you planning to sell that one? Do you know?
I wouldn't be opposed to selling it.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like those are, anytime that you combine hobbies like that, like that's a cool mashup, because the Ghosts are obviously like a really cool collectible. Captain America, obviously a big person. You know what I mean? So that is cool. Oh, nice. He brought this out. What was this one called again? Googymon from Super Plastic. This was one of his recent pickups.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, super cool.
Very cute.
He said, love him. No, these are just really interesting and cool. And again, it's like it hits the nostalgia, but hits like a whole different vibe all at the same time. So it's
absolutely.
Cool. Tiny Ghost Grubs Gator.
I don't know if I'm that talented, Bobber.
Oh, Ryan's like, I have a monthly budget I stick to, but never sells. Someone's dropping a mystery. By the way, that is true. Like, we try to be good. And I feel bad because I want to buy everybody's boxes, but I realize there's too many of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I really do have to try to be like, maybe in the future, get one here, and definitely try to give back support where support's been given. You know what I mean? Like, just making sure we're kind of, again, keeping that balance in the community. But, like, I feel you. It's hard to save money because there's also some really just cool boxes where there's things you really want and hope to get, or maybe one you can't afford on your budget normally. That's possible. Mystery boxes are fun too.
I bought Mama J's. It's still not in yet. I bought Mama J's last one, and then I bought 2 off McDoor because I posted that video Thursday.
Nice.
I think, and really, I honestly didn't really pay for either of them. They bought some pops off me when I was doing the purge, but they still hadn't paid me back for the shipping yet. The shipping was about as much as the mystery box. So Christian's just like, do you just want to trade that? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine with me. I don't
blame on that. I've done that with people before too, where they want something, but then they have something I want, and it's like, it's just
we basically traded it.
Well, to me, especially if it's people you're used to dealing with, because again, there are people that are scammers, and I'm not saying directly in our community itself. I just mean in general in the world of collectibles, because
there has been some in our community, not currently, but there has been some. But
you know what I mean? Like, it's always possible. Yeah. So to me, I always like, and I think this is true of buying from anywhere, whether that be Whatnot or eBay or like whatever, is check to see like reviews. You know what I mean? Like, be aware, is there, a good reputation with a shop or an individual for things.
It goes back to what we were talking about before. We have to educate ourselves. We can't just run into it.
So. Yes. Yes. No, totally agree. But I do like the idea of trades because that is fun. And again, it's a way of like your collection fueling your collection kind of thing, which to me is just smart in general because why not? You know?
Yeah. You're not losing anything and you're gaining something that you like better in your collection. So
you say that, but I have to say I actually am always a little like when I send out pops because I don't know. I swear I could easily be one of these people that have like thousands because there's a reason I have them. You know what I mean? And the ones I pick. So to make sure the collection doesn't get out of control, I'm always trying to pick like my favorites of my favorites, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I can kind of keep it contained. So that's usually like partly mystery boxes runs is where I'm like, sweet God, they're everywhere. Let's go ahead and work down a little bit. And then also, again, it fuels collecting as well. But no, there's a lot that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you. I miss you.
I don't get that.
Way with food too, though. Hey, Empty.
Hey, Empty.
What's up? No, I'm that way with food. It was funny. I was talking to somebody one day. I had made some like enchiladas because I go on Mexican food kicks for like days because I love it so much. And I had taken one over to my nephew and he ate it. And then later that night I was talking and I was like, man, I missed that enchilada.
I don't feel quite that belly.
The true love of food. Robert, when the Blacklight Joker isn't your favorite, just send them my way. I really haven't given away too many DC. I have done some here and there. But for the most part, I keep a lot of those because that's always like a highlight. But I also tend to only get the ones that are within my like favorite realm of characters, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of technically characters, you know, a lot. Now, mind you, Funko doesn't do all of them, obviously, but just saying.
It'd be nice if they did, but at the same time,
it'd be too much.
Yeah.
It'd be way too much because there's so many like series and things that I love that I'm like, if they actually made all the characters they could, which would be cool on a lot of things, there's no way. There's no way. Because I also like the variety of being able to collect from a bunch of different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even some of my lines that aren't my absolute favorite lines, they'll still have like one or two that I'm like, that's sick and I need that. But I'm that same way with music. Like I love all genres because there's always at least one song that you're like, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I feel like Pops is kind of that same vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Bobber, my collection is a black hole. Stuff comes in, but rarely leaves. Yeah. I feel
it took me a while. It took me a long time to start selling or trading. It took me a long time. So by the time I finally did, I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of these pops. Let them go.
I mean, mine's literally a room thing because, like, I was filming prior in our bedroom, actually. But then I'm like, it was like that wall. And then there was another thing over the TV. And then another wall was slowly being taken over. And now this is like the back, like our living room kind of area. My desk is now taken over, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's in cabinets, you know, like the kids have their own collections. And I was like, this is overwhelming. Let's just kind of knock it out a little bit because I also never want to get to the point that I can't look at them. So like for me, because I know there's a lot of people that have large collections where they end up in storage or in boxes. And I'm like, I don't want that, you know, because I want to enjoy them actively. And if I can't, why? Because especially with this type of collectible, like with a comic, if you're not looking at all of them, that's different. It's like pulling out a book. You know what I mean? But with these type, part of the joy and pleasure is the visual. You know what I mean? Because they're like little artworks, you know? So it's like, I don't want to go to the museum and be like, sorry, you got to dig up the art, you know? This is our art drawer. It's like, what? I don't want to do that. Like, let me see it. So I don't know. That's how I feel about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same. I'm like, I'm just now getting to the point where when we first moved over here, I would put a bunch of my stuff in storage. Because my thought process was every few months I'll like rotate it. You know?
That makes sense.
That was my thought process, but I've been here 2 years. I've been here 2 years and I haven't rotated anything. So what I'm doing, I went through them again and I'm putting stuff that I want, but finding some way to display it, and then all the other stuff I'm putting aside to either put for the Toys for Tots bin when it comes around or save it for the Whatnot auction. So it's gonna be like, I know I put some like Power Rangers action figures aside to sell or something, and some old Funko plushies and stuff like that. So
Yeah, no, that
eventually
makes
I'll get rid of them.
I have to do that because I'm very sentimental about stuff in general. So, like, every now and again, it's one of those, like, has this even seen the light of day in years? And if not, maybe you need to figure out what you're doing with it. You know what I mean? Like, not trying to become a hoarder. Because I honestly think it's easy to do when you actually have a love for things that you have. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, and then again, I don't think there's anything wrong with having it because there's a way to keep it clean and organized and well done. And like I said, even ideas of rotation or even an investment. For some people, collectibles is like a nest egg. So if they're ever in trouble, they have that available. So like, there's a lot of reasons why we hold on to them. But like I said, for me, if there's a point where I can stop being able to enjoy it and they're just in hiding, especially if I don't see that as an investment, there's a point where it's like, why? You know what I mean? But I'm that way with lots of stuff. Like I said, I was even sad about giving away an enchilada. So
that just proves you're a true foodie. Be proud of it. Oh my
God, I know it's a problem.
Be proud of that.
I love it. I love it. And by the way, Bobbert, that's hilarious. He said pops in the stove and in the dishwasher. Woo! If it ever got that bad. By the way, Bobbert, my husband's over there laughing out loud about that. So.
I mean, I've had pops in cabinets. In my old house, I had a bed that had a whole bunch of storage underneath it. It was just pops. Like, I was sleeping on pops, literally. like chests and stuff, or you usually put like blankets and quilts. I had stove like filled with pops and stuff. So yeah, when I finally moved over here, I got shelving for everything.
Well, that was like when we started, we just kind of ghetto rigged some shelving where we just had like some big pieces of wood that my husband just like got like little wall anchors and was just like boop, shelf made.
That's what this is.
Like,
that's what that is.
It like wasn't some like we went out and bought shelves. We just created a shelf with stuff we had at the house. So, and then and again, it's just growing like cabinets. Now it's on my desk, and it's like
it's contagious.
It really is, but it's because it's fun, and I think life is stressful. It's hard, and so like it is really cool to have like an outlet or something that makes you smile. And I like these because it's also there's a vibrancy. There's like I don't know, it's pretty. Hey KNL, what's up? Oh, Umty said, I find that taking a bath with your pops helps to keep them from gathering dust. So don't try that. Don't try that with art series. I feel like don't try that with the flopped pops, actually.
Yeah, no.
Woo! I feel like that would be like, you'd be like itching. You'd be having that flop jump on you for years. But honestly, I'm hesitant to
become a part of your skin.
I don't like taking those even out of the boxes because I feel like they're, I don't know, more fragile, if that makes sense.
They're not more fragile. They tend to gather dust a lot quicker. I have one.
Because it's gonna catch stuff. I'm afraid it's gonna like rub off and look all wonky.
This is the only flopped one I have out of box.
He's adorable.
So, and he's not bad because he's brown. You can't really see the dust on him, so it's okay. But
no, I feel you on that. But no, it does make sense that they collect more dust. I feel like certain ones would anyway, depending on the amount of like details. And yes, KNL, first stream, had no idea what I was doing, and by some magic, this actually worked. So. And if you're curious, if you want to watch back, I opened a huge box of awesomeness, like some freaking epic stuff from Comic Book Posers. So feel free to check that out if you're curious. It was amazing. Angry teddy bear on ice.
That's one way to describe it.
I mean, I love bears, so I'm a
fan.
But
the flocking doesn't really come off unless you like use acetone, so that wouldn't be a problem. But it would be a problem.
I was afraid they were more fragile.
No, that's with the chrome and the art series because they're made out of. It's not vinyl, right? It's closer to like a phone case cover or something. The material it's made out of, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. Like if you accidentally drop it or something, or sometimes I've even taken art series out of the box and I haven't dropped it at all, and it's already got chips on it at the paint.
You're like, what?
So,
no, see, I didn't know, like with the art series, especially because a lot of them come in those like cases already, you know, those protectors. I like feel like it's like the sacred protector where I'm like, I will not touch you. Stay in.
Oh, I've opened them all. I didn't care.
I haven't opened any of them. Like they are chilling. Actually, I picked up, I think, a couple new art series pops more recently. I want to say it was a couple of the new Mickeys I remember. Which they're like not over here. They're somewhere else. But no, but I really didn't know that about the flocking. So like you have educated me. So like that makes me feel
Yeah, this stuff ain't coming off at all. Unless you really want it to.
Because again, I'm trying to think. There was something really similar to that, like on kind of some older toys and things, and I can't even remember what I'm thinking of specifically right now, that had like similar type textures that it could easily just like come off, and then it just looks dirty and has these weird smooth spots when, you know. But anyway, I was just kind of assuming these pops would be something similar, but that's nice to know they're not, because I think like they're freaking adorable.
If you were to give them to like a kid, probably like play with them outside and stuff like that, then yeah, they probably end up looking like a hot mess. But not, you just display them out of box. It's no big deal.
Not just chilling with them. Yeah, no, I think that's kind of cool. And the ones that I'm always the sucker on is if it's like looks like an animal or animal type theme. And by the way, thank you, Poser. He was like, you're more competent than you thought there with this. Yeah, no, totally. It's really funny because I'm like, I know I'm an intelligent person, but certain things, I think it's more the patience and the focus that I'm like.
Yeah, it intimidates you a little bit because like this is something new I have to learn.
It's new. Oh yeah, I'm an old lady on the inside. Like there's an 80-year-old that loves food hiding in here. And so I'm like, technology. But yeah, no, I literally, by the way, I had messaged Caitlyn recently, and I had messaged Clara not too long ago where I was like, oh my gosh, I was trying to actually coordinate a call with Clara, but I have no good sense of like scheduling anything. We actually were supposed to talk, and then I forgot, and I was like, please don't hate me. But I was like talking to Caitlyn, she's like, like, duh, this isn't hard, just click this button. And I was like,
I wasn't quite that rude about it.
Like, I'm dumb. Like that's how I immediately, she's like, you're not dumb, I had asked questions. But I was like, that was like ridiculously simple. But I also didn't know if there was like this weird linking with YouTube you had to do. But I mean, like, this has been like the most simple thing and way simpler than I imagined. So like intimidation gone, really. But anybody that's here, I do appreciate it. Because side note, this is not necessarily regular. Because as you know, even anybody watches my videos, it is all spontaneous. So who knows if and when there will be a last live, you know, especially on my own channel. But I do like that I actually know how to do that now.
Yeah.
But that's
awesome. It's something you can do in the future now if you want to.
Yeah, totally. I assume there'll probably be other things that would make more sense for a live opening, kind of like that box, because again, that video would have been like our whole lives. We would have aged together. We'd be celebrating multiple birthdays. You know what I mean? And I was like, let's just do a live. And again, I was really hoping to get Poser on, which I'm so glad he joined us.
Yeah.
Because especially since it was his box, because to me, it's fun to, if you can enjoy those experiences together, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I like the idea of having videos where people get to enjoy your reactions, just like when I send people stuff. I love when they post, whether that be on IG or on YouTube, because I get to watch, and it's so exciting and scary because it's like, I hate it. You know what I mean? Like, especially with mystery boxes, I'm like, don't hate it. I worked hard on it. Please love it. You know what I mean? But like, or even gifts, really. I just watched JKL Awesome open something from me, and I was like, please be happy, you know? And that was just like an A-OK thing. But like, I don't know. It's just really cool getting to witness that and feel like you're a part of it, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. I watched just the Chomp video. I watched your reaction about 5 times before I finally moved on to the rest of it, because that's what I do. No joke. Whenever I send anyone something, that's what I do, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Hey, I mean, whatever. I've done that where it's like, oh, need to watch this moment. I'm also really bad, unless it's more like kind of while I'm doing something else, like in the background. I am really bad about like jumping through videos because, again, my attention span is like a child. So I'm just like, highlight. Some highlights, I'm like, wait, did I miss something? Well, there's that more. So like, I definitely do where I'll like recheck things. But also, I think that style works well when you enjoy having, like, I swear, hundreds of channels.
Yeah, because for sure.
Because I enjoy channels other than our community, you know what I mean? And like, to manage all of it, like, I feel bad when I know it's been a while since I've commented on things, because I'm like, I'm just bouncing around like a rabbit trying to get what I can, because I don't know how to actually like pay it, like fully give it all the time and attention, if that makes sense. You know, which includes the comments, which includes like all of that, or even like catching lives I try to do. But I know, you know, the struggle is real.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
there's a lot of lurking to keep this alive. Because I know a lot of people, they'll just do like the playlist and they'll just let it play as background noise. But I actually like to see them.
Yeah,
So
same. Like, I'll have videos going on while I'm working, you know, when I'm like painting or whatever. But then I always like try to stop and actually like watch every now and then. Like every few minutes, I'll stop and look. I can't just be completely oblivious to it. It's not just white noise. You know?
for sure, because I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Hi, CNN. Yeah, no, Sharon, I'm with you on that. But no, I'm the same, because I want to at least see, like, because even on like the streams where they'll like go sub and like a video, I will literally like go through the video and like catch highlights and catch the things and even listen to little bits of it, because I'm like, I don't want to just like and be like, I exist in your space. I like being like, what was this video about? So I can actually tend to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, even that can add up very quickly.
There's only, I'll be honest, there's only like a couple channels that I watch every single video of, and then every now and then I'll be like, okay, it's been a week since I watched Bobbert. I need to watch one of his videos.
No, I feel
you know,
that's
something
one
like
of the
that.
things I like. Like I usually use my phone, but I like on there when I click on my subscriptions, you know, it puts that little dot on who has new content kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I do try to intentionally once in a blue moon, like just be like, where's some dots I haven't seen in a while? Because there's a lot of channels that I would say I always enjoy their videos. And honestly, I enjoy, and again, this is beyond the Funko community. Like I watch a lot of different YouTube stuff, but I'm like, there are some that I'm like, hey, that's a friend. I need to like actually like catch up a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. It is. It's weird. We put so much like it's still a hobby, but it's become so much of who we are, just watching and being part of this community, that sometimes it's a little bit tiring. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to keep up with. And that's why I always tried telling people even months ago, as I know things are getting busier in life, to where I'm like, don't think I'm hating, because you don't necessarily get a direct moment from me. It's just the balance, right, of being busy,
right, for sure,
trying to get your own content out there, trying to do like your work, hanging out with family, eating, sleeping, you know what I mean? Like normal things, you know, but I'm like, there's love. It just may be quieter and in the background as a lurker. Definitely.
It works.
Heather said, I do that. I'll put a video on in the background while getting ready or working in my office, and I'll end up stopping what I'm doing to watch and comment. Yeah, I feel you on that. I was doing that. I think it was yesterday. Who was I watching? I think it was Beer to Pop. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was the day before. Anyway, while I was getting ready, because they had actually, BOP had ordered a mystery box for me, and then Fox gifted his wife, Carrie, a box for me. So they did like a little mini battle with it. And I saw that was up. So literally while I was getting ready, like she's talking about, I just had my phone set up and I was like kind of watching while I was trying to hurry and go to work. And I was like, I got to see this. This is exciting. You know, but I will do that sometimes where it's like that, like you're saying too, that in between of focusing but doing other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do that sometimes when I cook, if there's a live on where I'll be like trying to chat, but then I'll be like I think I had won something on, wasn't it Homespun this week? Right?
Probably. I think so. I know you won something.
There's way too much that happens in a week, but I think it was, I want to say it was Homespun, because I was watching where I would be like chatting, but then I was doing other stuff. And I was like, literally in those few, like, I swear, like a minute or two of me doing something else, they're like, oh, you won last. And I'm like, I've been here. How do I not know this? I think it was the construction worker Deadpool, right? Does that sound right?
Oh, yes. That's right. That's right. Yes.
Yes, because we're joking about catcalling. I was like, why not? I'll take it. Make me feel good about myself. Let's go.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye. Actually, I'm about to pop out of here because we are 2 hours in and I have not had lunch, which is a sin as we talk about me being a foodie.
I still haven't had coffee today. I'm getting coffee as soon as we get off here.
Right? No, that actually, Mr. Ketchum came in hot with the coffee this morning. I was like, thank you, bless you. You are amazing. We've been enjoying the, what is it called? Like, it's the Starbucks honey vanilla coffee, something like that, which is like kind of a, I don't know, different one, niche-y one, but I'm like, I dig it. Why not? So it's fun. One of those kind of different ones. What's up, LJ?
Hey, LJ.
So yeah, Heather's like, get coffee, Caitlyn. Well, you get caffeinated. I'm gonna get some food in my belly. Thank you so much for joining me, Caitlyn.
Thank you for inviting me.
I had I had zero plan. And as soon as you're like, I'm down, I was like, let's do this thing. So, and I knew you'd enjoy some of this stuff as well. So it made sense. And by the way, anybody, just know that people are definitely welcome on. There wasn't like this people being left out or not. Literally, I just told Caitlyn, I was like, hey, I'm doing this live. And she's like, have me on. I was like, dope, let's do it. That's simple. No planning here. So this is definitely welcoming. So just know that nobody was excluded in any way. There was just no planning here. Okay. Totally randomness, totally fun, but yeah, I appreciate it. And Caitlyn, you're always a blast. So like, obviously you're always welcome.
I try. Guys, just so you know, in about 10 minutes, I think Juliana's going live with her kids. They're doing a snack crate box. Nice. I think at 5 hour time. At 5 our time, I think Brandy's going live with Mama J, Ray Pops, Roscoe Pops, someone else, I'm thinking. They're doing like a little cocktail hour, whatever. And then McDorks goes live at some point tonight. I don't really remember. And they just told me. Literally, they just sent me a message about it. I think they said it was like 9 something.
Well, and also one thing that I think is amazing to kind of halfway keep up with this. I know maybe not everybody's always on there, but Umpty Scratch's website.
Yes.
He has like a live schedule, which is one thing when I don't even know what time it is right now. But when I was like, there's not a lot going on at whatever time it was. And I knew Claire's live got canceled today. So she can like enjoy normal life, you know, like we all need to on occasion. But I was like, okay, I'm not necessarily, you know, bumping into anything. You know what I mean? Because, you know, just making sure we can all enjoy each other as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I love that that's there. It's just cool. And plus, if you're curious what's coming on in a day and you're bored, Umpty's got you. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of convenient in general. Unless you're like me, which I actually did check his website part of the time. But also, I'll just be like, who's live today? I'll straight up be like, click live. Who's on in the moment? Zero planning involved.
Yeah, both options.
Living.
Well, it's cool if you want to schedule your own sometime during the week. You're like, when's the less busiest time?
Yes, yes, for sure. And again, just what you're looking at. And Umpty, you're doing an awesome job, man. Like, seriously.
I think he said he's been working on updating
it. I was checking it out. And I like he's also got birthdays if people send that in. So he shows like who has a birthday today. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie, I'm bad at keeping up with anything. But there are times that I do. Like I still, even me, check in on his website part of the time. So like it's a neat resource. I thought that was really cool he did that. But let's see, get you some coffee. Caitlyn, you're amazing. Thank you, everybody in chat. Love you guys. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.